a WikiVidi Documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. The Miz. Michael Gregory Mizanin is an American professional wrestler, actor, and media personality. He is signed to WWE, where he performs on the Raw brand under the ring name The Miz and is the current Intercontinental Champion in his 8th reign. Mizanin first gained fame as a reality television participant. He was a cast member on MTV's The Real World, Back to New York in 2001, and subsequently appeared in its spin-off series, Real World/Road Rules Challenge from 2002 to 2005, where he reached the finals in the Gauntlet and The Inferno, while winning Battle of the Seasons and The Inferno 2. Furthermore, he reached the final in Battle of the Network Reality Stars, and won the 6th season of Fear Factor in 2006. After becoming the runner-up in 4th season of Tough Enough, and subsequently launching his WWE career, Mizanin appeared on WWE Diva Search, Total Divas, and Tough Enough. He and his wife Maryse will also star in their own reality show titled Miz and Mrs that will premiere in 2018. He has also come to star in several films produced by WWE Studios, portraying Jake Carter in The Marine 3, Homefront, The Marine 4, Moving Target, and The Marine 5, Battleground, as well as starring in Christmas Bounty and Santa's Little Helper. After being trained at Deep South Wrestling and Ohio Valley Wrestling, he was promoted to the main roster in 2006. In the main roster, The Miz has won the WWE Championship once, the 2010 Raw Money in the Bank ladder match, as well as the Intercontinental Championship 8 times, being the second longest reigning Intercontinental Champion in WWE history by combined days, behind Pedro Morales. He is also a former 2-time United States Champion and a former 6-time Tag Team Champion, which made him the 25th Triple Crown Champion in company history and the 14th Grand Slam Champion. He was ranked number 1 on Pro Wrestling Illustrated's annual PWI 500 list for 2011. Early life. Michael Gregory Mizanin was born on October 8, 1980 in Parma, Ohio, where he was raised. His parents are divorced. He has a stepfather and 2 half-siblings. He attended Normandy High School and was the captain of its basketball and cross-country teams. He also participated in swimming, was a member of the student government, and edited the yearbook. He then attended Miami University, where he was a member of the Theta Chi fraternity and studied business at the Richard T. Farmer School of Business, before he was cast as a member of The Real World. Television career. Mizanin dropped out of college, where he was pursuing a degree in business, in order to appear on the 10th season of MTV's reality television program The Real World in 2001. He went on to appear in multiple seasons of its spin-off series, Real World/Road Rules Challenge, along with contestants from both Road Rules and The Real World, including Battle of the Seasons, The Gauntlet, The Inferno, Battle of the Sexes 2, and The Inferno 2. Except for Battle of the Sexes 2, Mizanin made it to the end of all the challenges on which he competed and won both Battle of the Seasons and The Inferno 2. After a 7-year-long absence from the Real World/Road Rules Challenge, Mizanin returned to the reality show on April 4, 2012, as the host of the Battle of the Exes season finale event and reunion special. It marked the first time The Miz appeared on the series since becoming a main event WWE superstar. It was during an episode of The Real World that Mizanin first displayed an alter ego known as The Miz. In contrast to Mizanin's usually placid demeanor, The Miz was angry, combative, and headstrong. Mizanin later realized that The Miz would make an excellent professional wrestling gimmick. In 2004, he appeared on the Bravo reality show Battle of the Network Reality Stars, where his team finished second. Mizanin was also a contestant in the Reality Stars episode of Fear Factor. His partner was his former girlfriend and castmate, Trishelle Canatella, and the two won the competition. In April 2007, he appeared on the game show Identity, where he appeared as a stranger, and contestant John Kim correctly identified his identity as a professional wrestler by the odd way he added Miz before most words. In 2008, Mizanin appeared on the sci-fi reality series Ghost Hunters Live as a guest investigator. In 2009, Mizanin appeared on 2 episodes of Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?, which were both aired on September 29. He appeared on an episode of Destroy Build Destroy on March 3, 2010. On October 5, 2011, Miz starred in an episode of H8R. He also appeared as a guest star in a March 2012 episode of Psych. On March 31, Miz appeared in the first ever Slime Wrestling World Championship at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards, losing to The Big Show, which resulted in him being thrown into a tub of slime. In 2012, Miz appeared on the Disney XD show Pair of Kings as a guest star. In 2013, Miz along with Francia Raija were in a movie together called Christmas Bounty. Ultimate Pro Wrestling, 2003-2004. Pursuing the goal of becoming a professional wrestler, Mizanin joined Ultimate Pro Wrestling, where he trained in the Ultimate University. He made his in-ring debut in 2003 as The Miz. During his time with UPW, The Miz competed in UPW's Mat Wars tournament, making it to the finals before losing to Tony Stradlin. Tough Enough and Developmental Territories, 2004-2006. In October 2004, Mike Mizanin entered the 4th season of Tough Enough, a televised competition which awarded the winner a World Wrestling Entertainment contract and $1 million. Despite coming last in an arm wrestling tournament on November 25, 2004, Mizanin outlasted 6 other wrestlers and made it to the final round. At the pay-per-view event, Armageddon, Mizanin faced the other remaining entrant, Daniel Puder, in a 3-round Dixie dogfight. Neither man achieved a knockout, and the contest was awarded to Puder on the basis of crowd reaction. On the December 16, 2004 episode of SmackDown, Puder was announced as the winner of Tough Enough by head trainer Al Snow. Despite losing the Tough Enough contest, Mizanin had piqued the interest of WWE and he was eventually offered a developmental contract. Mizanin was sent to Deep South Wrestling to train under Bill DeMott, relocating to McDonough, Georgia in the process. In July 2005, he wrestled 2 dark matches for WWE, teaming with former Tough Enough champion Matt Cappotelli to face the Highlanders. On December 1, 2005, Mizanin defeated Mike Knox in the finals of a tournament to determine the inaugural Deep South Heavyweight Champion. He continued his partnership with Matt Cappotelli throughout the second half of 2005 in WWE dark matches and house shows until Cappotelli, nominally of Ohio Valley Wrestling, was diagnosed with a brain tumor after an injury at a taping in December 2005. On January 3, 2006, it was reported that Mizanin had been transferred to OVW. On the January 18, 2006, OVW TV show, Mizanin made his debut as Miz, with a Miz TV segment, where he was shown talking backstage. On the January 28, 2006 episode of the OVW television show, The Miz wrestled his first singles match against Rene Dupree, but lost by countout. At the February 8, 2006 TV taping, Miz and Chris Cage captured the OVW Southern Tag Team Championship, defeating Chet the Jet and Seth Skyfire. In what was deemed a disciplinary move, WWE released Cage over the weekend of March 18, 2006, making it necessary for Miz and Cage to drop the titles. On March 19, 2006, Deuce Shade defeated Miz in a singles contest to win the championship for his team The Untouchables. Main roster debut, 2006-2007. On March 7, 2006, WWE's official website featured a video of The Miz stating that he was headed to SmackDown. And throughout April, SmackDown aired vignettes hyping his debut. When Mizanin actually attempted to make his debut on the April 21, 2006 episode of SmackDown, however, he was, in storyline, banned from entering the arena by network executive Palmer Cannon, who told him that he had been cancelled before having security escort him from the premises. The Miz debuted as SmackDown's host on June 2, 2006, announcing the planned card at the top of the show and attempting to hype up the crowd. Other host duties included backstage interviews and hosting a bikini contest. The hosting duties seemed sporadic at best, with some weeks having little to no involvement of Miz at all. Starting in July, Miz, along with Ashley Massaro, became host of the annual Diva Search competition on both Raw and SmackDown. After the end of the Diva Search competition, The Miz returned exclusively to SmackDown, and as a heel, starting his in-ring competition with win over Tatanka in the September 2006 episode of SmackDown. After this win he, along with commentator Michael Cole, began to note whenever possible that he was undefeated, though he only wrestled 5 matches over the next 2 months, defeating such wrestlers as Matt Hardy, Funaki, and Scotty 2 Hotty. At the same time he began a feud with Diva Search winner Layla L., who spurned his advances on more than one occasion, leading to Miz helping Crystal defeat her in various competitions. Soon, however, Miz and Crystal found themselves being stalked by the Boogeyman. This began a feud in which the Boogeyman ended the Miz's winning streak at December's Armageddon event. Following a brief absence from television, The Miz returned to SmackDown to host an interview segment named Miz TV. After the unsuccessful segment, The Miz returned to in-ring competition with a more intense style and began to pick up wins once again. On the June 11, 2007 episode of Raw, Mizanin faced off against Snitsky in a match to determine a draft pick for SmackDown. Snitsky easily defeated The Miz to give ECW the draft pick, but after constantly assaulting The Miz after the match, the referee reversed the decision and awarded the match to Miz, thus allowing SmackDown a draft pick. SmackDown's pick was then revealed to be Chris Masters. Miz was drafted from SmackDown to ECW on June 17, 2007, as part of the 2007 supplemental draft. He was absent from the first few weeks of ECW, though he was the subject of backstage mentions between matches, and had several short Miz TV Crashes ECW video segments. He made his debut on the July 10 episode of ECW in a match against Nunzio, which he won. Following this match, Extreme Expose began expressing admiration in him and gave him a lap dance, starting a new gimmick for him of a self-proclaimed chick magnet. Extreme Expose then became managers for The Miz. He then began a feud with Balls Mahoney, after Kelly began to fall in love with Mahoney on screen. On the October 2 episode of ECW, it was revealed that Miz owned the contracts of Kelly, Layla, and Brooke Adams, and used this excuse to stop Kelly from going out with Mahoney. He was voted at Cyber Sunday to face CM Punk for the ECW Championship, but lost the match. Teaming with John Morrison, 2007-2009. On the November 16 episode of SmackDown, he became one half of the WWE Tag Team Champions with John Morrison when they defeated Matt Hardy and Montel Vontavious Porter in a title match, which gave The Miz his first title within the company. In February 2008, Miz and Morrison were given a streaming segment on the WWE website named The Dirt Sheet, in which they mocked other wrestlers and facets of pop culture, showing off their promo skills. Morrison and The Miz co-wrote each episode of The Dirt Sheet each week. As the duo continued to hold the titles, WWE downplayed the angle of Miz and Morrison disliking each other, and portrayed them as friends. Miz competed in a battle royal on the pre-show of WrestleMania 24, but was unsuccessful in winning after being eliminated by Jamie Noble. The team of Miz and Morrison had many successful title defenses over the next few months, before dropping the championship to Curt Hawkins and Zack Ryder at the Great American Bash in a fatal 4-way match which also featured Jesse and Festus and Finlay and Hornswoggle. Neither Miz nor Morrison were pinned, as Hawkins pinned Jesse to win the titles. Miz and Morrison soon followed a feud with Crime Time as a battle of their web shows, Word Up and The Dirt Sheet. They were voted into a match with, and defeated, Crime Time at Cyber Sunday. The team also feuded with D-Generation X, using phrases such as, "Are you 50?" instead of DX's usual catchphrase, "Are you ready?" to mock their ages due to DX being formed in 1997, when both Miz and Morrison were in high school. On the 800th episode celebration of Raw, Miz and Morrison competed in a match against DX, and were defeated. During the match, they mocked DX's signature moves, with Morrison successfully performing a super kick on Triple H. On December 13, 2008, Miz and Morrison defeated Kofi Kingston and CM Punk to win the World Tag Team Championship during a WWE house show in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. The team then engaged themselves in a feud with the Colons. In a dark match at WrestleMania 25, they lost the World Tag Team Championship to the Colons in a lumberjack match to unify the World Tag Team and the WWE Tag Team titles. On the April 13 episode of Raw, The Miz lost a match to Kofi Kingston due to Morrison's inadvertent interference, which gave Raw a draft pick in the 2009 WWE Draft. The pick was then revealed to be The Miz, and retaliated by subsequently attacking Morrison, ending their partnership and thus turning John Morrison face. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?